Most people don't feel lost because they lack talent. They feel lost because they're chasing dreams that were never theirs. They wake up tired every morning, not from hard work, but from pretending to be someone they're not. They study subjects they don't connect with. They chase goals they don't care about. They measure their life using someone else's success. And slowly, without noticing, they stop listening to themselves. So ask yourself this: if you reach the top of someone else's dream, will it ever feel like success? Today's story isn't about grades, degrees, or rankings. It's about courage. The courage to step away from the crowd and choose your own path. Because education isn't just about passing tests. It's about discovering who you really are. Let's begin. In a quiet town, outside a small American valley, lived a young man named Ethan. Ethan was known as a good kid. Polite, responsible, hardworking. Teachers liked him. Relatives praised him. Neighbors said, "That boy's going places." But inside, Ethan felt empty. The year he graduated high school, his friends were celebrating college acceptances, engineering schools, business programs, pre-med tracks. Everyone seemed excited. Everyone, except Ethan. He had decent grades, but no direction. He studied because he was told to. He worked hard because it was expected. At night, he stared at the ceiling, asking himself the same question. Why does everyone seem so sure, while I feel completely lost? Ethan lived with his father, Mark, a quiet man, not the type to lecture. One evening, while fixing an old fence in the backyard, Ethan finally spoke. "Dad, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life." Ethan expected anger, disappointment, a long speech about responsibility. Instead, his father smiled. He wiped his hands, looked at Ethan, and said calmly, "I won't tell you what to do, but I'll give you something better." He handed Ethan a folded piece of paper. "Visit 3 people. Ask them how they became successful. But don't ask about money. Ask why they didn't quit." Ethan hesitated. "Why them?" his father replied. "Because they all struggled in school and still build meaningful lives." The first name lived near the woods. Ethan found a small workshop that smelled like sawdust and oil. Inside was Tom, a carpenter with rough hands and kind eyes. When Ethan explained why he was there, Tom laughed softly. "School? I barely survived it." He pointed to a handmade table. "I failed tests, but I never failed to love this." He explained how teachers said he was slow, bad at math, bad at science, bad at writing. Classmates made jokes. But when he worked with wood, everything made sense. One table turned into another. 10 years of practice. No shortcuts. No applause. Then he said something Ethan never forgot. "People don't pay you for your grades. They pay you for mastery." Something shifted inside Ethan. The second visit took Ethan to a busy city street. There he met Rachel, a woman known for her powerful speeches. She smiled and said, "I was awful in class, but I loved speaking." Teachers called her disruptive. Students called her loud. She failed written exams. But when she spoke, people listened. Instead of forcing herself to be quiet, she trained her voice. She spoke at small events, then bigger ones. "For years," she said, "nobody cared. But I cared." Now, rooms went silent when she spoke. She looked at Ethan and said, "Never confuse silence with weakness. Some talents are just misunderstood." The final visit surprised Ethan the most. The man was Daniel, the smartest student of their generation. Perfect grades, scholarships, awards. Yet his home was simple, quiet. "I was good at everything," Daniel said. "But great at nothing." He paused. "I chased straight A's and forgot to chase meaning. I had knowledge, but no passion. Security, but no excitement." Then he said, "Don't aim to look impressive. Aim to feel fulfilled." Before Ethan left, he asked one last question. "What about my dad?" Daniel smiled. "Your father ranked near the bottom. Everyone thought he wouldn't make it. Then an accident injured his hand. Doctors said he'd never work the same. But he loved building things. So he adapted. He learned slowly. He stayed patient. Now people respect him. Not for his grades, but for his resilience." On the way home, Ethan realized something powerful. He had always loved fixing things, repairing tools, taking machines apart, understanding how things worked. Not for grades, not for praise, but for joy. That night, Ethan made a decision. He would stop chasing borrowed dreams. He would build his own. Remember this. Your future isn't hidden in someone else's story. It's waiting inside you. Grades don't define you. Crowds don't guide you. Noise doesn't lead you. Only honesty does. If you don't understand yourself, no success will ever feel real. So pause, listen, and be brave enough to choose differently, because those who walk their own path often create new roads for others. So why not you? Thank you for listening.